Welcome to This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale, your local experts on all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Listen in as they discuss the current state of the market, the latest trends, and have a little fun while doing it. We do want to say the opinions voiced on this podcast are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individuals. All right, y'all, welcome back to This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale. This is the last This Week in Real Estate of 2025, fellas. How are we feeling?
I'm pretty excited, actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Love y'all, mean it, but I'm ready to not do one.
You ready to have this year over?
I am. 2025 has been 2025.
Put it in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, let's do it. Rearview mirror.
Good things ahead.
I hope so.
Let's throw some cliches out
We'll
there
see.
to wrap up this year.
We'll see. Yeah, don't armchair quarterback this. Yeah. So I just told a fantastic story and off camera, and I'm going to leave that story off camera, but it did bring up an interesting question. And I'm just curious, what do you all call that thing? Generally speaking, they're white porcelain, but they don't have to be white.
They're in a bathroom.
In a bathroom.
And the specific thing.
It's a receptacle of sorts.
Yeah.
And generally, at least half the time you sit on it.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, really? Maybe a third of the time.
Well, I guess it also depends on a male or female persuasion.
True. Very true. Yeah.
So what do you guys call that thing? There's lots of names for it. And I'm curious. Add in the comment. Yeah. Tell me what it is that you call that porcelain receptacle.
Let's get this show and this year in the rearview mirror.
Throw 2025 in that thing, Let's flush it. Let's be done with it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So we had said that last week we were going to just have like a holiday edition of this. So
and neither one of us wore red or green.
No, we didn't. No. But we didn't. I was looking to see if I even have Christmas socks on, and I don't. But
I don't even have socks on.
You don't.
I got flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Yeah.
Those
UFOs.
Oh man, I love those. I've got a pair of those for backpacking.
The greatest.
Just because after you've hiked 7 miles up a mountain and you're at the camp, and the last thing you want to do is just keep wearing your socks and your boots. You take those off, throw in a pair of UFOs because they're UFOs, however you say it, because they're lightweight. And it's just nice to get those.
My dogs love chewing them though, so we actually go through them at the house sometimes.
My dogs love being in them. That's
Like
what middle school kids call their feet is the dogs.
Do they still?
Yeah.
That's a thing now?
That's still a thing.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's still a thing. I've got a sixth grader, so.
Yeah, I had to look up some slang the other day, so that's how I know that I'm getting old. I had to look up what the Sigma.
Oh yeah,
and that's a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Look, at least our slang was not super dumb.
I got to tell a joke, and it's not even a joke. It's just a description of a funny reel that I saw. And this girl comes in the kitchen, and Dad's sitting by the fridge, and she says, "Dad, I'm hungry." And he starts twitching. He's like,
"Yeah."
And she's like, "It's okay, Dad. You can say it." And he goes,
"Hi, hungry, I'm Dad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so and she goes, "Dad," and she rolls her eyes, and he says, "Do you have any idea how hard it is for me not to say that when you come in the room like that?" And she goes, "Yeah, I know, Dad. So what time is dinner?" And he goes, "I don't know, like 6 or 7. Oh, no. And she starts twitching. The little girl's starting to twitch now. And he goes, "It's okay. You can do it." And she goes, 6, 7. And it's just this whole funny play between the mom or the dad and the daughter. It was great.
I'm going to break your brains. Oh. What is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? What's the answer to everything?
72, right?
42.
42. Okay.
6, 7.
What is 6 times 7?
42.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe they've got it figured out. I don't know.
Oh,
that's deep.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna be able to do this show now. Sorry, I'm gonna be thinking about that one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got any market movers or headlines?
Do we?
Play the intro. We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Going out with a bang. Let's go. Headlines and market movers.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. All right, good. We're both looking for stuff.
No, I got something. I just got to find it. Give me 1 second.
I can tell you the GDP report came out today.
You should do that.
Yeah, and
Tell us that.
Mortgage rates are responding negatively to it, but it's mostly just holiday chatter and stuff. And
Did you say holiday cheddar?
chatter?
Oh, okay.
Chatter. Yeah,
I like cheddar. It's delicious.
yeah. This is from MBS Live. We've spent the past several days reiterating and lamenting the onset of the holiday trading doldrums, a time of year that sees vastly lower volume, liquidity participation, and thus runs the risk of volatility that's more random and larger than it otherwise would be. That makes sense. You know, there's not as much, the numbers may swing more because there's not as much volume.
Yep.
So the headline would look bigger than the actual effect of the trading. Now this morning GDP came in much higher than expected, and bonds are selling off somewhat sharply rather than fly in the face of holiday trading environment realities. This is actually a prime example. The best evidence for this is the discrepancy between the size of the movement in bonds and the associated volume. Simply put, the movement in bonds is much larger than the reaction to non-farmers payroll or CPI, but the volume isn't even close to half the size.
Interesting.
Does that make me sound smart when I just read somebody else's
Not
report?
at all. No. It's better when you analyze it. But so I actually just sent Missy for our January newsletter kind of an update. I did this last night. And so November to November, 24 to 25, we have 20% fewer new listings. This is in Rutherford County only, single family homes. 20% fewer listings. New under contract is only down 1% November to November, but there's a seasonal effect to that, and we're 100% for the last 3 years. That seasonal curve is it's totally in effect. But get this, under contract inventory November to November down 20%. Closings were down 27%. We were below 300 closings in Rutherford County. Sale price was down 4%. Now, if you remember when I went over this last month, sale price had dropped 1%. This time it's dropped 4%. And I think what you just read speaks to this as well. If you have fewer closings, if you have fewer in any sample size, right, just pure law of averages, if you have fewer samples, fewer items, then any outliers are going to swing it more.
Move the average more.
And what's moving right now are the lower priced homes. Yeah. And so the average sale price of a house in Rutherford County has dropped 4%. That does not necessarily, in some cases, and I think in this case, I think it does mean it a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're starting to lose value. I think we've lost growth in value, number one. So I think we're pretty flat. Okay. But I think what's moving is the lower priced homes, so that's going to drop the average sale price some.
So what can higher market, higher value homes do to make themselves more attractive and to try to reduce their days on market? How do those sellers get their property sold quickly and expediently?
Well, and you mentioned there were two more stats. Days on market is up 65%. November to November, and the months of supply is up 62%. We're now at 4.81 months of supply in aggregate for Rutherford County. Remember, we've talked about the historical even market is 7 months. We're at 4.81. Well, because of what we've talked about in previous shows, that 4.81 absolutely feels like a buyer's market. Yeah. Right. So if we are in a buyer's market, this is a long answer to your question. I promise I'm coming back around. If we're in truly in a buyer's market, then that means that a buyer has options. Yeah. Right. And so if they have options, what are you doing with in your home? Like it or not, is a product. So what have you done to your home to make it a more attractive product? Yeah. And there's several things that you can do. I mean, price cures all. That's an old adage, right? So, do you lower your price to a point where maybe you do lose value, right? I put air quotes on that because
was it there if you couldn't realize it?
Exactly. Yeah. But you're going to have to paint sometimes. You're going to have to spruce up the landscaping. You're going to need to put flooring in potentially. You're going to maybe need to change out those beat up old appliances. Maybe you got to change out the pink countertop and put some quartz in. Yeah. Maybe you do need to renovate that bathroom or whatever. I don't know until I look at your home. But at the bare minimum, you're going to have to declutter it and clean it and make it smell good. Yeah. Right. If your house smells like a wet dog or a cigarette or something along those lines,
especially cigarettes,
it's going to sit, man. Yeah. It's going to sit. So yeah, I mean, you've got to work, and you've also got to be flexible. Yeah, I know if you bought in 2019 that nobody paid my closing costs for me. Well, it's not 2019, Bubba.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you're going to probably pay some closing costs.
Yeah.
Right. Or you're going to drop your price substantially.
And you're going to make that up on the other side of it. You're going to get your closing costs paid by whoever you are buying from.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the wrinkle, Brian. And this is the fun thing. As I wrote this last night, I was in a multiple offer situation on a house that had just come back on the market. Yep. Now, it had been on the market a long time. It had been under contract for a while with a home sale contingency.
Yeah.
That fell through finally, right? Came back on the market, and there were 3 people interested in it in 24 hours.
Bang, bang, bang.
So we got to read every situation.
So it still feels like, maybe to a lesser extent than it did a year ago, but it still feels like we can be in all the markets at the same time sometimes.
It's very situational.
Yeah.
And price point matters on what that situation is.
And I'll go back to Brad Hopkins' point a few weeks ago. You know, if the average days on market is 45, how many homes are actually selling in that 40 to 50 day window? Very few. It's the outliers, the ones that are going under contract really quick, and the ones that are taking 60 to 70, maybe 90 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. So I would say now more than ever, having a knowledgeable, experienced, intuitive agent is more important than it has been in a very long time.
I agree.
It's always been important, but it's even more important now because we do have quite literally every scenario is on the table.
Well, especially on the buyer side, I'm sorry, on the listing side, because it really did feel like for a number of years there, why should I pay a realtor to list my house? I can sell this thing myself, and I can just put a for sale by owner sign in the yard and sell it in a week. Yeah. You know, if I sell it with a realtor, maybe I sell it in 48 hours, but do I really care between 48 hours and a week? Like but now more than ever on the listing side, having an agent is more important.
And I would say more than ever on the buying side too. I mean, because every scenario is different. You sometimes you literally need to read the room that you're walking through.
Yeah.
What is the scenario in this house? Yeah. Right? What is their deal? Yeah. Right? Because the reality is with listings down over 20%, people that are selling need to sell. Yeah. Well, what's their motivation? Is it that they need to sell? Are they building a house and they're moving? Is it
divorce?
Job?
Is it job relocation? What's the story?
What's the story?
And this is a big shift in gears, but I think it's, as we kind of wrap this section up, it's something to think about too. Now more than ever, it's more important to have a realtor, or it's as important as ever to have a realtor, if not more important. We still haven't tested buyer agency compensation in a seller's market. And so if you are a buyer, I mean, like we talk about getting seller concessions when you couldn't have asked for that, in 2019 and 2020 and 2022, getting a seller to pay your closing costs, any of it was not going to happen. But it was a given that they were going to at least pay your realtor's compensation
99.5% of the time. Yeah.
And so whenever it shifts, and all markets do, so when this shifts back to a seller's market, the first thing that's going to go away is sellers willing to pay $10,000 towards your closing costs. Okay. Well, what's the next thing that's going to go away?
It'll shift. I'd say the first things that are going to go is stuff like home sale contingencies and things like that. The second thing that's going to go away is probably loan types. Certain loan types will be retracted. Especially
why would we take your first time home buyer program with down payment assistance when we have a conventional with 20% down?
And right there with that is closing cost assistance. Yeah. I mean, to me, those things
they happen almost simultaneously.
They go together. And I mean, at some point, compensation is going to be negotiated. It already is sometimes.
Yeah, it already is. You're seeing it now.
And y'all, listen, compensation has always been negotiable, but it's always been negotiable between the people that are hiring the agent. So in other words, if you hire me as your buyer's agent, I'm going to tell you what I want to charge you. Mm-hmm. And you've always had the opportunity to say, I don't want to pay that. What's different is that the transparency comes in and it's always been this way, but people just haven't said it the right way. But it's always been that then the buyer asks the seller to pay it on their behalf.
Yeah.
But that's not ever, very few agents communicated it that way.
Right.
They said, don't worry, the seller pays my commission. Well, I want you to think about that for a second, okay? Who do you work for if the seller pays you?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right.
And we still don't really say it the exact right way.
Right.
Because and we don't put it on the closing statements the right way, I think.
Yeah.
The reality is, it is just like closing costs. It is a concession that a seller is paying on behalf of the buyer. And so even on a settlement statement, now we're really getting in the weeds here, okay?
Sure.
But even on a settlement statement, it should show as a charge to the buyer
And
then a credit
from the seller.
just like closing costs do.
Yeah.
But they still don't do that.
Right.
And I don't understand that. To me, that is the number one way that we make it totally transparent.
Yeah.
It's my opinion.
Long story short, if you're worried that might change, then you should buy in a buyer's market. You should absolutely purchase your next home before that shift might happen.
I just feel with everything that we've talked about over the last year and just, I don't know, you kind of, over 16 years, you kind of develop an intuition about this a little bit. I feel like we're poised for that shift.
Yeah.
Now, does that happen in January? Does it happen in June? Does it happen January of next year? I don't know, but we're there. Like we're on that cusp
Of shifting back to
of something shifting. Now, is it like we've been too much? I've been
flat.
saying the same thing.
We've been too flat for too long.
Yeah.
So
And it could be that it shifts down.
Are we heading towards a cliff? Probably, maybe. And are we at the top looking down, or are we at the bottom looking up?
I don't know the answer to that.
Is it going to be a cliff, or is it going to be a gradual?
I mean, all the indications say that we should start to ease up.
Yeah.
Right. But
When you say ease up, you mean ease up in price and ease up in volume.
yes,
at the same
exactly.
time.
Exactly. Yeah. But there's also enough chatter about some things that if things happen the way that, some of the powers that be want them to, we could very, very rapidly just
Fall off the table.
Yeah. I mean, and we ended it this last week. The reality is any substantial amount of inflation that we restart with lowering interest rates, okay? Any substantial amount that isn't also coupled with wage increases, it's gonna hurt us bad. Because we've already experienced substantial inflation on all things, the entire market, a basket of goods, without substantial increases in wages.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I mean, that's a problem.
I think you're seeing it. All right. What we got? This is real for this week.
We sure do.
Excellent.
I've heard-
Let's put it up here first, and then we'll slide these guys over. These are actual pictures.
From an MLS.
Same listing.
Yeah, wait for it.
Is that a whip or a riding crop? What is that?
I don't know. There's a kitty cat.
So I think I understand what they're trying to accomplish here.
Help me understand.
Yeah, they're doing it poorly. But it's, we still have the original pine cabinets. We still have the original hardwoods. We still have, look at this stonework in the fireplace.
But a little cleanliness goes a long way.
Yeah.
Just
We still have the fish tiles.
the original fish style. I don't
Man,
know. This
we,
one just stood out.
When we bought our home, it had like cherubs everywhere, and so like as we were replacing all the light switches and cover plates and stuff, and anything that had a cherub on it, we left the one in our master closet, the light switch that has the cherubs on the light switch cover plate. Just so
What
that we
exactly are the cherubs doing on the light switch?
they're just
plate? Oh, I see.
like
They're not
cherubs do.
like X-rated cherubs.
No,
Okay.
they're just doing what cherubs do, very clean. But we wanted to, honor the home and its history by leaving that in place. And we think about it every time we turn the lights in our closet.
My accounting teacher in high school, she called all of us cherubs.
Oh,
Mrs. Campbell.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She'd give us a little checky check for all of her cherubs.
Oh,
Keep around, whizzing around.
I love that woman. So, all right, Trent, that was riveting.
good job. Yeah. Short and sweet. Love it.
Filthy,
Filthy.
absolutely filthy. Do better, y'all.
I think we got another Christmas trivia edition.
Oh man,
Let's do that, and then
Brian always beats me on this.
I've got a pro tip, but I wanted to hit that trivia first.
Okay. So these are Christmas songs with a kind of loose description, I guess.
Synonym title.
Synonym title. Thank you, Missy.
We're going to give you a title. You have to name the actual song.
Okay.
Y'all ready? Here we go.
I don't think I've had enough coffee.
Quadruped with crimson proboscis. Quadruped with crimson proboscis.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Let's
Reindeer.
go.
Oh,
Man, that was good.
nice.
All right,
Yeah.
this one's good. 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. without noise.
Silent Night.
Nice.
Dang, okay.
Come on, Brian.
Jonathan's
Think
cooking.
faster.
Okay, adorn the vestibule.
Deck the halls.
Oh,
There
nice.
he is.
That was fast. Exuberance directed to the planet.
Joy to the world. Oh, 3-1.
Nice.
8, trio of monarchs.
We Three Kings.
Man, you're killing this. Assemble all ye who believe.
God rest you, merry gentlemen. No.
No,
What is it?
where was
Oh,
it?
come all you faithful.
Yes.
You can't guess twice.
Yes, you can. 3-2.
13.
4. Thank you very much.
4-2.
Fantasia of the Colorless, December 25th.
Magic of Christmas. Ghost of Christmas.
Twas the night before Christmas.
It's magic. I don't know.
What was the second part of it?
Fantasia of a Colorless, December 25th.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yes.
There it is.
Nice. Dozen 24-hour Yuletide periods.
12 Days of Christmas.
That's amazing.
That's a tie. That's a push.
17. Homo sapien of crystallized vapor.
Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
That's impressive. Desire only a pair of incisors.
All I want, my two
All
front
of
teeth.
Christmas on 2 front teeth.
Nice.
I don't know the name of the
There you
actual
go.
song.
You got that.
All right, last one. Perambulating through a December solstice fantasy.
Dashing through the snow. Winter, walking in a
Walking
winter
in a
wonderland.
Wonderland.
Yes.
I kicked your tail on that.
Dude, that was impressive.
You owned me last week, so I kicked your butt this week.
You got me this
That
And I
was-
felt like I was like in a good position because we play so many Christmas songs with the Christmas Cowboys. I felt like I was like, oh, this is walking right into my
That was very cerebral.
wheelhouse.
Dude,
Man,
that
you,
was-
yeah, it
My
was.
favorite is Yonder in a hay rack.
Away in a manger.
Yes. Nice. Man, you're good at
Yonder.
this.
He's my brain doesn't work like this. I guess that's wild.
Amazing.
Good job, Pam.
All right, let's do one more. Befell during the transparent bewitching hour. Oh, that's a tough one.
It came upon a midnight clear.
Oh my gosh.
Jonathan, what the what?
All right, we gotta
Found
keep
his
this going.
superpower.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna start doing
hang
some of
on.
those with rock songs.
Yeah.
No, I'm
let's
terrible
do
at this game in general.
All right, let's see if you get this. I spied my maternal parent.
I
I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus.
Damn, y'all are good at that. That's amazing.
We both got
Wow,
that
round
one.
of applause. man.
that's funny.
That was impressive.
That's a fun game. I like that
I
one.
bet you did.
a game you're really good at. That's so fun.
He's a sore loser. Did you notice that?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm,
he's
look
like
at the smile on my face.
He's
I'm
like
not sore.
JMU and I'm Oregon over here. You know?
Whoa.
Well, I think the power conferences just said they sent a message.
They did.
They were like, we ain't holding nothing back.
They
here.
did. Well, Oregon did hold back because the reality is they could have beat them 100-0 if they wanted
I didn't
to.
watch
It
any
was
of it.
like with their third third string.
Yeah, I saw him suit up a cheerleader and put her in on the O line. It was amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, they were grabbing dudes out of the stands and suiting them up. They have enough uniforms.
Philip Rivers, are you available?
Yeah. No.
Philip Rivers have any eligibility?
More like Marcus Mariota. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, bless his heart.
Man.
So, all right. So, real quick, Christmas tradition.
Yes.
Give me one.
I think for us, it's probably the brunch that we do on Christmas morning. My mom makes some grits, and we make sausage balls and a fruit salad and a coffee cake, and we've basically made the same meal for the last 15 years.
Oh, that's cool.
So I would say that's probably the most stable Christmas tradition that we have.
Gotcha.
Nice. That's
Yeah, ours is Christmas Eve. We meet at my parents' house and we have finger foods. My little brother is throwing a wrinkle in this, though. He wants to cut it early and go stand in line at In-N-Out Burger. I'm like, you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
You've completely.
How long is that going to last?
I don't know, man.
I mean, we were out
Listen,
Sunday night, and there was a line of people.
Yeah, there's like a
outside.
tent and heaters and
There's a line of people to get in, and the tent. I went over there the day that it opened just to like check out the scene and see if that could pick up any swag. And I could have, but I would have had to pay for it. There was no free giveaways or anything, and so I was like, well, I ain't spending $20 for a sheet of 5 stickers, and I don't need any In-N-Out merchandise. So, but yeah, like. That's what that tent's there for. That tent's not to keep patrons warm. That tent's just for them to sling merch out of it.
Oh, that's
Do
interesting.
we know why their palm trees are still wrapped? Is it because it's too cold?
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to grow
You're gonna
palm
have to
trees here
wrap
anyways.
Palm trees every fall.
Maybe
don't know.
no, I don't think I have to every year. Maybe just in the year that they're planted.
Probably.
Get them kind of stable.
They're worried about the ground freezing, I bet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting.
I just
Listen,
wonder how. I mean, it can't last forever.
it's not bad. Like the burgers are not bad.
No.
I've had In-N-Out Burger. They're not bad. They are not. I repeat, not worth
The hype.
a 30-minute wait, let
No.
alone a 3-hour wait.
No.
I mean, if you and your buddies are in a car and you're having fun, you're doing something festive. Like I can imagine, like my family hanging out, but I'd be really disappointed.
But the drive-through, you're gonna run out of gas.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went to Raising Cane's, and every single person stopped me to let me know I was going the wrong way for In-N-Out. I was like, I don't want to go to In-N-Out.
No, I'm going the right way to
I'm
Raising
going the
Cane's.
correct way past In-N-Out.
Yeah,
You know what I love about Raising Cane's?
they're. I'm gonna guess. Simple.
Nope.
No, what?
No, they're
The Disco
They're
Balls.
based out of Louisiana, and if you go to New Orleans and you're walking the streets, they have like street signs, but then on the ground, and then a very unique tile will be the name of the street that you're about to cross.
Yeah.
And Raising Cane's, if you like, the next time you're walking in and out of that restaurant, you see how they're there.
In-N-Out.
Look down, and you will see those kinds of tiles with the words written out. And I think that's a cool, like,
That is interesting.
nod to their origin.
Named after his dog.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. My favorite thing about that place, I was sitting there the other day with my son, and I looked back at the menu, and they literally have chicken tenders, French fries,
Yeah.
coleslaw, toast.
It's good. They do one thing and they do it
one
really well.
sauce, and one
Yeah.
sauce only.
And the sauce is fire.
That's
All right.
it. That's their whole menu.
You don't like the sauce?
Oh, I love it.
All right.
Pro tip.
Pro tip, do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, right.
I miss you wants to know what time brunch is.
Every time somebody says
you
fruit
never know
salad,
because
all I
my kids are
think is yummy,
teenagers
yummy.
now. So whenever they wake up, but I don't know. I might have to drink a protein shake when I get up. I might go run a 5K before we do the Christmas celebration.
Nice.
Jonathan's like, what?
Only if someone's chasing them.
All right. We said, oh no.
Dear. Oh, dear.
We said pro tip. All right. So, man, with everything that we just said about the market and where things are right now, sometimes you have to know when to pull the trigger. You've got to be decisive sometimes. And I've got some clients, and I don't know if I would have ended up being the person that they worked with or not, because I know that they were loyal to a particular credit union that reaps a lot of loyalty because of just what
How
they
high
do.
they go.
What they do and who they serve. But anyway, like I said, maybe I would have gotten this loan. Maybe I wouldn't have. The fact of the matter is there's no loan to be had because he did not get the house. He and his wife moved here 3.5 years ago, and have been renting a home that they love. They love the home that they're renting. They would buy it if they could. they a listing came open. They went to the open house. They liked it. They kicked tires for 3.5 weeks. And when they decided they did want to write an offer, they were going to go unrepresented. They decided they wanted to write an offer and were told, hey, get it in quick because we've got somebody else that's interested. And sure enough, that listing got 2 offers, and the ones that had been interested in it for 3.5 weeks did not win the offer. So they lost out. It's,
So there's really a couple lessons there.
There are. Yeah.
Number one is if they had been represented, that agent could have worked on their behalf, found out some information that they might not have been able to get.
Yeah.
Right. Like activity.
Yeah.
And maybe they could have leveraged a relationship potentially with the listing agent.
Yeah.
I've won lots of multiple offers because I know the agent and I can vouch and I get you to vouch. And
and they know that, and so there you got people that are going to go unrepresented and using an online, for all intents and purposes, lender. And that wasn't very warm and fuzzy.
So that's one lesson. The other lesson here is don't wait.
Yeah.
There's an old little cliche. If you have to sleep on it, you might not sleep in it.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great. We started with cliches and we're wrapping it up with the cliche right there. But yeah, sometimes you just have to pull the trigger. And you have to say, this is it. And we want it. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
The great philosopher Kenny Rogers once said, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah.
So we went to the Grand Ole Opry, and this guy's up on the stage, and he's like, he's so funny. He's like, you got to, like, when I moved to Nashville, I failed out of Duke. He said it's a really, really great school. What did he say about Duke? It's a hard school to get into, but a really easy school to fail out of. And so he moves to Nashville, and he'd never even been on a train, but he writes that song. And that's his first song that he wrote when he got to Nashville, was The Gambler.
Interesting.
And he's so funny. He's like, I was told, when I get up on a stage, and play in stage like this, make sure that I introduce myself and say that I wrote this song. Otherwise, everyone in the crowd will think that they're at the world's worst karaoke bar.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna talk about 3 things at Cedar Glade.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, let's wrap this show up.
All right, let's do it. So first one is tomorrow night, Christmas Eve, the 4th annual Procrastinators Craft Fair. We've got 13 vendors confirmed for that. Everything from Damascus steel knives to baked goods to plants to caricatures from Ozzy. So all kinds of fun stuff. So that's one. So 5 to 8, be here. We're also releasing a chocolate orange stout. So it is, we've named it finally. It's called Terry's Favorite. Look up who Terry is in relation to chocolate orange and you'll understand. So Terry's Favorite stout. So we're doing that. The next thing is on the songwriter thing. January 25th, we are hosting the qualifying round for the Tennessee Songwriters Week. It's the 3rd year we've done this.
That is a fun
event. It's a Sunday afternoon. We lock the tap room, control it like a listening room, like the Bluebird, let folks in and out in between acts, but that's it. We've got 8 people, I think, have signed up so far out of 16 slots. Okay. So if you are a songwriter, jump in there and sign up. It's free to participate. The winner of our contest goes on to play at the Franklin Theater. The winner of the Franklin Theater, there's 5 of that round around the state. The winner at the Franklin Theater gets a showcase at the Bluebird.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing.
The Bluebird.
The place.
Yep. Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. So we got that. And then the last thing, of course, is Cabin Fever Beer Festival, February 28th. Tickets for Cabin Fever make great stocking stuffers.
They really do.
Just throwing that out there. Yeah. So if you've got a beer lover, it is Murfreesboro's first real beer festival. Creature Comforts from Georgia is coming up. We've got Soul and Spirits out of Memphis. We've got Ebony and Ivory out of Knoxville. We've got breweries from all over the state, Nashville breweries, Common John from down in Manchester, all kinds of folks. Our buddies from Middle Ground across town are going to be over here. It's going to be a fantastic.
You said
festival.
some breweries that just blow my mind. That is awesome. That is so cool.
It's going to be fantastic. So anyway, make sure you get those tickets. They are on sale right now, cabinfeverbeerfestival.com.
Love it.
What are y'all excited about for 2026?
I feel like I don't know exactly how to verbalize this. There's an optimism that I have that's tempered with some cynicism. And so it's like realistic optimism.
Yeah.
But also we should get our house done in 2026.
Amen
and
to
if
that.
if you get our Monday emails, you know that's been a huge distraction and thorn in my side. So we should get that done in 2026. I'm very excited about that.
So I hit a key number in 2025 that has me excited and optimistic that I can stretch and grow from that momentum into 2026. And I've got a big goal for next year. And you know, I don't know if it's the right level of optimism or maybe I'm being a little over ambitious, but I'm going to go for it. So I'm excited for that.
Very good. What about you?
Man, we got a lot of stuff. Just new levels of production quality. We're going to revamp the studio again. New partnerships, new opportunities, and yeah, just sky's the limit. Very excited for 2026.
Very good.
Yeah, man.
All right, comment. Tell us what you're excited about for 2026.
Yeah,
And tell us what you call that little receptacle in your washroom.
that too.
Let's get a good mix of comments on this episode.
That'd be great.
Notice that we haven't shared what we call it.
No, we haven't.
That's on purpose.
We'll leave that a mystery.
Cliffhanger till all the way until next year. All right.
See y'all in
Appreciate
26.
y'all. See y'all. Thank you for listening to another episode of This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale, your go-to resource for all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. We will see y'all on the next one.
Now for the nitty-gritty. Primis Mortgage Company is a subsidiary of Primis Bank, a member FDIC. Primis Mortgage NMLS number 1894879, BK number 1042893, ML number 1894879. As always, all loans are subject to credit approval and product guidelines. Equal housing lender.